Always a pleasure. Thank you very much. Check with your time. It's 19 hours, 30 minutes GMT here from the heart of Accra, Ghana. This is NSG News. This is Kofi Asante coming your way with Pulse of the Week, the midweek edition. Welcome to the program. And tonight, I can promise you of the latest information, editorial, and news update. When I return from this break, I will begin with the latest update. Please stay with us. Always a pleasure. Thank you very much for joining us once again. It's Kofi Asante Mensah here on Pulse of the Week on NSG News. This evening we begin with some major news stories from the Republic of Ghana. And don't forget, today is the 11th day of March 2026. And welcome to the program one more time. Please go ahead and like our pages on social media and share some comments. I'll be happy to read it over here for the rest of the world to see. And that is our pages ID on social media, and there you have it. This evening, the high pass mark necessary as over 500,000 apply for security service recruitment, and this evening we have that update for you. The minority is also speaking against the Foreign Affairs Minister, Minister Samuel Jato, who is under fire. And I must say, the story about oral, because oral prosecutions following due process according to Felix Kwachi Ofosu, and we have more on that for you this very evening. This evening we are heavy on the minority because the minority questions the legal basis of Ghana-US airstrikes in Nigeria. We have that story for you this evening. Also, we have stories relating to, or editorial relating to campaign funding. And I'll be taking my time to take you through that editorial analysis. And you'll be so happy you listened or you watched. Thank you very much. Kofi, now let's get into the details right now. We'll begin this evening from the security perspective. And Alhaji Muntaka, the Minister for the Interior, Mubarak Mohammed Muntaka, has classified or clarified concerns over the online aptitude test for Ghana Security Services, saying stringent measures were necessary to manage the overwhelming number of applicants. Speaking to the media, the minister revealed that over 500,000 candidates applied to join the police, fire, prisons, and immigration services. To reduce the pool to 5,000 successful recruits, the pass mark for the aptitude test was set at 65%. Muntaka dismissed claims that recruitment slots were being offered outside the formal process, stressing that selection remains strictly merit-based. And that is the recruitment. But there is a growing trend on social media. Some people are really not happy with this very situation, and they are making some demands, and I have that demand over here for you this very evening. And we go to that demand right now because some Ghanaian applicants are making demands from the Minister for Interior. Some Ghanaians have taken to social media to express outrage over what they describe as a deliberate mass failure in the aptitude test conducted by the Centralized Recruitment Service under the Ministry of Interior. According to many of these applicants, a large number of candidates who sat for the online test, comprising the police service, immigration service, prison service, and the fire service, failed. Some have alleged that the system is fraudulent, pointing out that the automated exam result took more than 2 weeks to be released. Instead of seeing their raw results or scores, candidates only received messages stating you failed to score the required pass mark. Better luck next time. Some of the disappointed applicants have flooded social media with screenshots and messages expressing their frustration at the outcome. One aggrieved applicant lamented, "Massa, let us speak the truth. Honorable Muntaka has disappointed us as a driver who applied for the service, how can you tell me I didn't pass an aptitude test? I should have been tested with a car, not an aptitude test. Another warned, Muntaka, if you don't put things in place, the youth will vote against the NDC set up the IGP, and the services are not happy with you. And the key thing is that some are making demands of their money. Muntaka, just give me my money. Anger on social media over mass failure of aptitude test. And people are requesting that they are 2 million. They paid 2 million. 2 million. That's 200 Ghana cedis by way of registration for that very recruitment exercise. And they are requesting, they are on social media requesting that Muntaka pays that money back to them. Let's do some more stories this evening. Two Ghanaians have been hit hard by way of the some few bombings at Dubai, and I've got that story here for you this evening by way of news updates. This is Pulse of the Week, the midweek edition with your man Kofi Asante Mensah, and we're digging into the news updates. 2 Ghanaians injured as drones fall near Dubai airport. These are some few reports coming to. 2 Ghanaian nationals were among 4 people injured on Wednesday today after 2 drones fell near Dubai International Airport in Dubai, according to a report published on the website of Reuters. Authorities confirmed that the drones came down in the vicinity of the airport, but air traffic operations continued as normal. According to the report, the incident resulted in minor injuries to 2 Ghanaian nationals and 1 Bangladesh national, while an Indian national sustained moderate injuries. I'm going for a quick break. When I come back, there is more here for you because I've got a lot of news updates for you. Please stay with me. Don't go anywhere. Hi there. What number is this? 3, right? All right. It's time for NSG News. Welcome. My name is Kofi Asante Mensah. And here at NSG News, you'll get serious documentary to watch, news, reviews, views, and what have you. Because we have Pulse of the Week and also exclusive on the hot seat. On NSG News, we say news with integrity.
I have stepped into my new beginning. Yesterday is gone. Yesterday of darkness is gone. Now a new beginning. Get used to it. I've stepped into my new level. See me watching me flying on eagle's wing. A whole new beginning.
Thank you very much, and we dig deeper into some more stories here on NSG News. My name is Kofi Asante Mensah. This is Pulse of the Week. Let's get into Parliament because the Deputy Finance Minister, Honorable Thomas Ampemnyako, was there in Parliament yesterday to make a presentation on behalf of the Ministry or the Minister of Finance in line with a fraudulent arrears being audited by the Auditor General.
Special audit report on the 68.7 billion cedis arrears and payables raised following the previous government exit from office as in fulfillment of the government promise during the 2026 budget statement. Briefing Parliament on the findings of the report, Deputy Finance Minister Thomas Ampemnyako revealed that although 35 billion cedis was validated, the rest were rejected for falsified records, fraudulent documents, among others.
A total of 8.1 billion Ghana cedis was rejected for various reasons, including unsupported documentation, duplication, overstatement, already paid items, falsified stores receipt advice, and no work done. About 1 billion Ghana cedis of the outstanding BTAs, which refers to invoices and IPCs processed by MDAs in 2024, approved by Ministry of Finance, submitted to Controller and Accountant General's Department, and pending payment were rejected. It refers to requests by MDAs for payments to suppliers and contractors and certified for payment by various public officers across the approval hierarchies have also been rejected. They were rejected for various reasons, including absence of supporting documents, duplications, recycled invoices and IPCs, overstatements, and no work done.
The report also revealed that an 89 billion cedis interest claim under the NPP government flagship One District, One Factory initiative was flagged for double payment.
When auditors contacted these 5 banks to confirm the liability, every single one of them denied being owed any amount by government under the said arrangement. According to the auditors, the said 89.4 million Ghana cedis debt was fictitious. Without the audit intervention, a whopping 89.4 million Ghana cedis of hard-earned public money could have been disbursed to settle this non-existent liability.
You will also recall that in 2025, the previous government executed a project to purchase grains for farmers during the dry spell in the north. The report says that initiative did not only underdeliver, but a bank account holding some 10 million Ghana cedis buffer money cannot be traced.
The government of Ghana paid for 34,000 metric tons of rice to address the impact of the dry spell. However, the Ministry of Food and Agriculture received and distributed 24,000 metric tons of rice. To date, 10,000 metric tons of rice remains unaccounted for, even though the entire quantity has been fully paid for. Right, Honorable Speaker, payment of 10.5 million Ghana cedis was recorded as having been made into an account named the buffer account at a commercial bank. Upon verification, the bank confirmed that it had never received such payment. The account number cited did not exist within the bank's records and did not even conform to its account numbering format.
That's the Deputy Minister for Minister for Finance, I must say. Pardon me. Let's still remain in Parliament, more from Parliament, because Baba Jamal has been sworn into office on Tuesday, yesterday, 10th of March, 2026. But there is an interesting revelation. Mr. Speaker indicated to Baba Jamal, if he fails to perform, he would do something to Baba Jamal. So the Speaker told him at his swearing in, after the swearing in ceremony, that he would personally visit the constituency to campaign against him if he failed to perform. Listen to the Speaker.
That you want to serve them as a member of Parliament, and by doing so serve Ghana. You don't want to serve Ghana as a high commissioner in Nigeria. I took note of those statements, and I'm going to hold you as my son. He knows what I mean by saying that. It's not the word of the general son I'll be using for all of you. This one is different. And he knows the import of that. I will hold you accountable to the good people of Ayawasu East constituency. Serving them, you must. And so I'll focus on you on this floor to see how you perform in serving them. If you don't, I can assure you I'll be there to campaign against you in the next election. That you want to serve them as a member of parliament, and by doing so, serve Ghana. You don't want to serve Ghana as a high commissioner.
So that is the speaker.
In Nigeria. I took note of those statements, and I'm going to hold you as my son. He knows what I mean by saying that. It's not the word of the general son I've been using for all of you. This one is different. And he knows the import of that. I will hold you accountable to the good people of Ayawasu East constituency. Serving them, you must. And so I'll focus on you on this floor to see how you perform in serving them. If you don't, I can assure.
Right, so that's the speaker dealing with Baba Jamal. But interestingly, Kofi and Justice, at his first day of work, you know, he has been in that house before. He's been MP for Akwetia for 4 years, and now he's MP for Ayawasu East, God willing, for the next 4 years. But his first day of work, he dozed off. He was sleeping like this. Baba Jamal. Let's do some more stories here on your favorites and Ghana's future of digital journalism. This is NSG News. Let's do some more stories. Minority questions legal basis of Ghana-US airstrikes in Nigeria. And you would remember some few months back, and US airstriked northern part of Nigeria, and we are hearing from the Foreign Affairs Minister Samuel Okudzeto-Ablakwa indicating clearly that Ghana supported in that regard. So the minority in Parliament has questioned the legal basis for the government's alleged collaboration with the United States in launching airstrikes against terrorists in Nigeria. According to the minority, the development was disclosed by Ghana's Foreign Affairs Minister Samuel Okudzeto-Ablakwa during an engagement in London. Addressing journalists on Wednesday, March 11 today, the ranking member on Parliament's Foreign Affairs Committee, Samuel Abujinapo, demanded that the minister appear before Parliament immediately to clarify the circumstances surrounding the alleged operation. First, I want you to watch Samuel Okudzeto-Ablakwa indicating at that London forum how Ghana provided assistance for United States in that airstrike against some terrorists in northern part of Nigeria. Watch.
Well, everybody knows that Ghana has a defense cooperation agreement with the U.S. Approved by our parliament. And not only with the U.S., but with many other strategic partners, including the U.K., a number of Gulf states. We do these things in our strategic national interest, and we are also careful to draw the lines. And so there's a red line. We do not accept military bases in our country. And I'm sure that what is happening in the Middle East now vindicates Ghana's position. We have historically prevented Western powers from establishing military bases in our country. And I believe that those who initially were not sure why Ghana was very stern about this position now appreciate that. Having said that, we also take the view that any cooperation, any intervention must be on a case-by-case basis, and there has to be express approval. So the recent attacks in Nigeria, the Nigerians will confirm to you that they invited the Americans, and they also reached out to Ghana to collaborate.
The Nigerians?
Yes, both the Nigerians and the Americans. So that's how we are playing this out. Sovereignty has to be respected. Territorial integrity has to be respected. You must be invited. And we must all agree on the scope of the intervention, because we do not want this to lead to another Venezuelan situation or some other, geopolitical matter, because sovereignty is important, territorial integrity is important. We must know exactly what the scope is, what you are coming to do, the nature of the intervention. It's very, very important. I mean, our citizens would not forgive us, and legitimately so, if we just, take away their sovereignty and allow external elements to just come in and do whatever they want.
Stories. Let's do some more stories. All right, so that's Samuel Kujato Ablakwa over there. Happens to be the Minister for Foreign Affairs. Let's do some more stories, and we want to get closer to the chairman Wontumi story, because the government spokesperson and member of Parliament for Abrasebu, Kwamain Kese Felix Kwachofosu, says nearly 50 million Ghana cedis linked to Bernard Enchibosia, popularly known as Chairman Wontumi, has been frozen as part of ongoing investigations by the Economic and Organized Crime Office. And he was speaking to the media and clearly indicated that they have, for instance, in Chairman Wontumi's case alone, close to 50 million of money in his account has been frozen, he indicated. This is a video he made that pronouncement on.
You claim that government is not making an attempt to recover.
You pulled that figure out recently.
Yes.
But I've not break down
the reason why it was even necessary. For instance, in Chairman Wontumi's case alone, close to 50 million Ghana cedis of money in his account has been frozen. Similar figures are involved in the Dubuahin case, for instance, in the National Service case, and many others. Indeed, there were those who accused the president of misleading them when he said that Ioko had, as it were, recovered 600 million Ghana cedis. That was in respect of the normal, everyday cases that Ioko handles, because they deal with issues of money laundering, cyber crime, cross-border crime, carjacking, and what have you. So those are regular things that they do. But in respect of oil, they are not going to be able to recover until the persons involved have been convicted by a court. That then will give them the legal remits to recover whatever it is that is alleged to have, or the court would have found to have been stolen. But for now, what they can do is to freeze it, and they have done it. 1.5 billion Ghana cedis. That is what the situation. And this is even for the cases that they've been able to touch. Those that they've not touched, they are still in the process of tracing these assets. And you know that any time that anybody comes under investigation or is undergoing prosecution, they do concurrent tracing of assets, so that as much as possible we secure what we believe will be commensurate to the amounts involved in the offenses that would have been committed.
Right, so let's do some more stories from him, because Mr. Felix Kwachofosu also disclosed that former Health Minister Kweku Agyeman-Manu was arrested and questioned by investigators over his role in the controversial Sputnik V vaccine procurement. And this is how he puts it.
There's a Sputnik V vaccine case involving Kweku Agyeman-Manu. I noticed that he's been in the news engaging in bluster and claiming that nobody has touched him. That is not true. He was arrested, he was interrogated, questioned, and cautioned. There are two dockets in respect of him: the Sputnik V vaccine case and then the COVID-19 frontier case. So in the next few weeks, the Attorney General will be taken to court, and he will charge him.
Ajimamenu, former finance,
so the claim
former health minister.
The claim that he has not been charged is palpably false.
You say he was arrested?
He was arrested by NIB.
When?
Oh, that's a couple of months ago.
So this year, or we're talking about latter part of last year?
Latter part of last year. He was interrogated. He wrote a caution statement. The docket on him has been built, 2 of them. And then he will be taken to court very soon and charged with offenses relating to Sputnik V and then the COVID frontier.
As in what did the investigations establish that
I think that there are cases of causing financial loss to the state and what have you, and things that he did that violated the procurement laws and what have you.
So this relates to causing financial loss to the state?
Violation of the procurement laws and several other charges that the Attorney General will be preferring against him. So it is not true that he has not been touched and he is working a free man. He is by no means a free man. Of course, until he is convicted, his liberty to be granted him. He can go wherever he wants, but he is being dealt with by the appropriate security agencies.
So now, he wasn't detained, were arrested.
Of course, you'll be there for some time. Once they are done with you, they will release you. In fact, I mean, it's hardly occurs that even people standing.
That's Evans Mensah in that news night or PM Express conversation with Felix Kwachi Ofusu. I want us now to go into mining, and the minority are making a lot of claims with respect to royalties and all of that, and they are indicating that if we are not careful, John Dramani Mahama's government is not careful, there will be some over 1 million job losses relating to the new royalty scale they are bringing on board. And I have that story for you pretty shortly. And the gentleman addressed the media and indicated clearly that if we are not careful, Ghana will lose a lot of jobs, or there will be a lot of jobs, job loss in that regard. Let's do that story right now. Not yet, but I can indicate to you the Speaker of Parliament has given the first Deputy Speaker, Massey, has given indication clearly to the audit report being done. The audit report being done in the 2024 audit, special audit report being done, and he's given 3 weeks to the Public Accounts Committee. I understand there is also another ad hoc committee being set to investigate that special audit by the Auditor General, which I'll be spending a lot of time to deal with in a moment. I think we have a story ready now. We can go in for that very story right now. Let's look at the story. The minority in Parliament are indicating clearly that the legislative instrument, which took effect on Monday, March 9, 2026, introduces a flexible royalty regime that adjusts rates based on movement in global commodity prices. The policy is designed to enable the state to increase earnings during periods of high international prices. Speaking to the media in Parliament on March 10, 2026, Chairman of the Subsidiary Legislation Committee, Patrick Boama, cautioned that the new framework may discourage investment in Ghana's mining industry. He urged that while the regulation could boost government revenue in the short term, it risks driving away capital inflows, potentially leading to the loss of nearly 1 million jobs. According to him, reduced investments would also affect tax revenues, including corporate taxes and employee income taxes. And this is how he puts it.
In between the last 5 years to end of 2028, an investment flow of about $7 billion. Okay. And the support that this investment will give to the local companies, local content, and what have you. If you introduce this sliding scale, yes, you may accrue some revenue, but the net effect will be some job losses that I'll be sharing with you in the report that I'll be giving to you, close to about 1 million jobs. If you lose close to 1 million jobs because the investment required did not come in, you are not going to get the employers' tax, employees' tax from companies, and what have you. The job losses, you are not going to expand. Yes, because I'm happy you were at the stakeholders engagement with the CSOs. And if you speak with somebody like Ken Ashibe, he's very passionate about some of these issues that this sliding scale will bring. We're expecting between the last 5 years to end of 2028 an investment flow of about $7 billion. Okay. And the support that this investment will give to the local companies, local content, and what have you. If you introduce this sliding scale, yes, you may accrue some revenue, but the net effect will be some job losses that I'll be sharing with you in the report that I'll be giving to you, close to about 1 million jobs. If you lose close to 1 million jobs because the investment required did not come in, you are not going to get the employers' tax, employees' tax from companies, and what have you. The job losses, you are not going to expand. Yes, because I'm happy you were at the stakeholders engagement with the CSOs. And if you speak with somebody like Ken Ashibe, he's very passionate about some of these issues that this sliding scale will bring. We're expecting.
So that's Patrick Boama and that interaction with the media over there. I want to take you straight to Cocoa Board. There are clear indications coming, indicating clearly that the former CEO of the Ghana Cocoa Board used his car for some 14 months before returning it. The return of an official vehicle previously assigned to the former chief executive of the Ghana Cocoa Board, Joseph Boahen Edo, sparked renewed concerns as questions continue to emerge over audit queries and financial liabilities reportedly accumulated during his tenure. Sources indicate that Edo returned the vehicle of Cocoa Board some 14 months after he left that very office. And this is how the Public Relations Affairs Manager for Cocoa Board explained the whole situation. Listen.
We had initiated already, but it was done within for us to know that, okay, if this was done or this weren't done. So when we finally concluded that there isn't any formal request for the retention of the purchase of that vehicle, the chief executive directed the special services to come out with a final investigation. Then subsequently authored a formal complaint or made a formal complaint to the NIB. And I think this was done before 27th when the car would be forwarded to the right agencies for further investigations and others. So we await the conclusion of their investigation and the steps or the measures thereafter that they are going to take. I think it is their sole prerogative and that of the Attorney General as well. The process that we had initiated already, but it was done within for us to know that, okay, if this was done or this weren't done. So when we finally concluded that there isn't any formal request for the retention of the purchase of that vehicle, the chief executive directed the special services to come out with a final investigation. Then subsequently authored a formal complaint or made a formal complaint to the NIB. And I think this was done before 27th when the car would be forwarded to the right agencies for further investigations and others. So we await the conclusion of their investigation and the steps or the measures thereafter that they are going to take. I think it is their sole prerogative and that of the Attorney General as well.
Always a pleasure to have you. Thank you very much. And we go for a quick break. And when we return, there's more here for you. I'm settling in on a good editorial for your consumption this evening. Please stay, and I'll be right back.
A whole new beginning. Get used to it. I have stepped into my new beginning. Yesterday is gone. Yesterday of darkness is gone. A whole new beginning. Yeah, 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 yeah. Get used to it. I've stepped into my new level. See me watching me flying on eagle's wing. A whole new beginning. A new beginning.
Hi there. What number is this? 3, right? All right. It's time for NSG News. Welcome. My name is Kofi Asante Mensah. And here at NSG News, you'll get serious documentary to watch, news, reviews, views, and what have you. Because we have Pulse of the Week and also exclusive on the hot seat. On NSG News, we say news with integrity. The future of Ghana's digital journalism, news with integrity. This is NSG News. Thank you very much. We dig deeper into what the Deputy Finance Minister, Thomas Ampem-Nyako, presented to Parliament by way of the Auditor General's report. And he presented a special audit report by the Auditor General's Department and the Auditor General. And we would want to take a closer look. I must say clearly that we do not have the report itself. We do not have the auditor report. This is the statement as made by the Deputy Finance Minister. And we are taking a closer look. This is like a four-page statement he made yesterday. And we are taking, they say that the devil is in the details. So we have a little bit of details in this one. We are waiting for the directive of the First Deputy Speaker or the Speaker of Parliament given to the Public Accounts Committee chaired by an MPP lady, Abuna Osei or so, to investigate why some arrears and some payables were fraudulent. Let me just use it that way. Were fraudulent. So we are taking a closer look at the Auditor General's report on 2024 arrears and payables. So we have arrears to pay. Now we decided not to pay. We want to investigate the arrears and the payables. We investigated and we found out rot. So I want us to begin, and I have some few slides from the Ministry of Finance to show you clearly. And this is the statement as made by the Deputy Finance Minister, and he goes like saying, Right Honorable Speaker, I am grateful for the opportunity to make this statement on a matter that is very important to this republic. This is a report on the systemic plunder and abuse of the public financial management system. By the time I am done with this presentation, it will become clear that something needed to be done to save our economy. And that's the slide one you can see clearly on your screen. And he goes there to say the Ghana Audit Service, working in partnership with EY, I must say, and PwC undertook an exercise to verify and validate a total of 68.7 billion Ghana cedis submitted to the Ministry of Finance in an unpaid interim payment certificates, invoices, and bank transfer advices, BTAs, owed to contractors and suppliers. So Ghana is owing some contractors and some suppliers, and they have sent some 68.7 billion Ghana cedis through the finance ministry in 2024 to be paid by the Controller and Accountant General, that we, the Republic of Ghana, is owing 68.7 billion to some interim payment certificate they have issued, that's IPCS, and invoices and bank transfer advices, and they decided to investigate all of these arrears and payables. Don't forget the numbers. It is so important as we deal with those numbers. These numbers are numbers that affect what you drink, what you eat, the road you drive on, the electricity you use. These numbers affect them. Okay? Out of this, outstanding IPC, when you hear IPC, basically meaning interim payment certificates. Okay? So, and invoices amounted to 50.5 billion Ghana cedis, while outstanding bank transfer advices, BTAs, amounted to some 18.3 billion Ghana cedis. I want to talk about the findings. Out of the 68.7 billion Ghana cedis submitted for audit, a total of 45.4 billion Ghana cedis was deemed to be valid for payment. Please listen again. Out of 68.7 billion, 45.4 billion was valid, deemed to be valid. Ghana was owing them. Out of the 68.7, 45.3.4, I must say, was valid. A total of 8.1 billion was rejected for various reasons. Listen to the numbers. 8.1 billion Ghana cedis rejected. So if we had not gone through this audit and investigation, we were going to lose this 8.1 billion Ghana cedis. Now, let me take you through what this 8.1 billion cedis, reasons it was basically rejected. 1, unsupported documentation. You said you have worked for government. Government is owing you, and you don't have document to prove that. Or the documents you have, they are more or less limited. Duplications. Overstatements. Already paid items. Falsified store receipts. Store receipt. Falsified. Advice and no work done. There is no work done, but they have come to the John Mahama government through the Ministry of Finance, and they have gotten their this thing rolled to the Controller and Accountant General to be paid. So, Kesel Atto-Forson, who is Forson, ordered for the investigation or the audit of this very arrears and payables. And we have been able to save some 8.1, I want to say, 8.1 billion Ghana cedis. Now listen, about 1 billion of the outstanding BTAs, which refers to invoices and IPCs, proceeded, in other words, processed by MDAs in 2024, approved by the Ministry of Finance, submitted to the Controller and Accountant General's Department, CAGD, and pending payment were rejected. 1 billion. Listen to the number. 1 billion. All of these ministries, departments, and agencies, they have done their work and approved it. Then it goes to the Ministry of Finance and they approve it. Then it gets to the Controller and Accountant General's Department office. Then they are waiting for money to pay these payables. 1 billion Ghana cedis. Then the Minister of Finance says, hold on, Munchain, hold on, don't pay yet, hold on, let's audit it. And when they audited it, 1 billion fraudulently under the government of the Israel administration, the former president Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, the NPP administration, the election year 2024, that is the year I am talking about. The ministries and departments and agencies have done their work. They have given contract. So meaning we have people at the ministries looting the state. Yes, they are there right now. They are there. In John Mohammed's government, they are there. They are cutting deals. So if Kesel Atto-Forson, doctor, if he had not said or indicated, halt the payment, audit this arrears and payables, where would we have gotten to? Clearly, we would have paid all of these monies. And it will interest you to know, some slide I'll be showing you, some about 4 banks. They indicated to the Ministry of Finance, to the Controller and Accountant General, that they are owing, as part of the One District, One Factory, government interest in the 1D, 1F. They are owing 5 banks. The banks indicated to them, to the ministry, to the auditors, that we don't even know what you are talking about. You are not owing us. Government is not owing us. And the account they stated, the account number they stated, it doesn't go with how they have serialized their account numbers. Fraudulent people. MPP administration. Of course, there are some in NDC. And I'm waiting for an audit report during the first year of John Dramani Mahama. You see the energy Thomas Ampemnyako is speaking about the NPP regime. I am just waiting for us to get the audited report by the Auditor General for John Mahama 2025. I'm just waiting. So we see whether people are cutting deals or they are doing fraudulent things over there. Let me continue for you. I want to take you to the summary. Findings from bank transfer advice, BTAs. Listen, please watch this. Fictitious debt. Fictitious. MPP4. Fictitious. No, let's be clear. 2024, we are going for election. You have written that government is owing some banks. Listen, so if MPP had broken the 8, do you think all of this thing would come out? If MPP had broken the 8 and Bawumia was president of this republic, you think all these fraudulent things would come out? Do you think it will come out? Never. Never. It will never have come out. It's the same thing. Get to every election year and see how we use money. We spend money. We spend money like we are crazy. Where do you get the money from? Where do you get the money from? Out of the cronies, fraudulent activities like this. Fictitious debt of 89.4 million Ghana cedis. The then Ministry of Trade and Industry in 2024 submitted a request of 89.4 million Ghana cedis to the Ministry of Finance to be transferred to 5 commercial banks. People, listen. 89.4 million to be transferred to 5 banks. Listen. As government contribution to interest payments under the One District, One Factory, One D1F initiative. Listen to what they said. The Ministry of Finance subsequently processed same to the Controller and Accountant General's Department for payment. This particular request was part of BTA's sitting at the Controller and Accountant General's Department awaiting cash for payment. Awaiting cash for payment. When auditors contacted these 5 banks, I wish they could have put in their names here, to confirm the liability, every single one of them denied being owed any amount by the government under the said arrangement. We don't, hey, government doesn't owe us. Government doesn't owe us. 5 banks. Hi there. What number is this? 3, right? All right. It's time for NSG News. Welcome. My name is Kofi Asante Mensam. And here at NSG News, you'll get serious documentary to watch, news, reviews, views, and what have you. Because we have Pulse of the Week and also exclusive on the hot seat. On NSG News, we say news with integrity. Welcome back. I am overwhelmed with what I'm reading here. Just a maso cry me ya. Many asate produce. So oye o mind say you obo mind MPP ni NDC mutimo den papa mo ya brofo. And we have some cronies defending this. You see, when you pick the audited report, pick all. I have downloaded many of them on my laptop since 1992, audited report. When you read them, you will cry for this country. If you love this country. Listen, I'm not here doing this for money. I'm doing this because I love Ghana. We want Ghana to work again. And this is my ministry. Yes. Some people, stealing is their ministry. Criminality, fraudulent activities is their ministry. Yes, still you leave this country, go to Dubai, go to America, go to UK, go to this place, go to that place, and see hospitals built well, roads built well, everything in place, clean cities. And when you come here, you come and steal the money, shopping with your girlfriends, taking them for holidays, buying cars. Plenty cars you don't need for anything, parking them at home, sports car, blah 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 cars, traveling here and there. Foolishness. Right, Honorable Speaker, Payment of 10.5 million was recorded. Before I even get to that part, so Mr. Speaker, only God knows how much of payables money has been lost to similar fictitious claims. Say 1D1F no. Hey, Ekufuado 1D1F. 1 agenda 111. School feeding. You have to investigate all of them. You have to investigate all of them because we saw covered monies being distributed like what? A maize. Oh. And women organizers telling us they have gotten some in the northern part of this country and they are sharing the money. Covered money. You dare don't fail us. You dare don't fail us. I'm talking to this administration. Your so-called reset. January 7 was 12 months. February 7, 13th month. March 7th. Today is March 11th. 14 months. So you spend 14 months in office. And we are watching the space. We are watching you, John Mahama, and your administration. We are watching you. Mr. Speaker, as a result of this fictitious account linked to one district, one factory, the entire 1D1F scheme requires a forensic audit, which will be carried out soon. More so when government is said to have spent 391 million Ghana cedis as its contribution towards 1D1F interest subsidies as at the end of 2024. Listen to this sad one. The dry spell expenditure. However, the Ministry of Food and Agriculture received and distributed 24,000 metric tons of rice. Mr. Speaker, in 2024, the government of Ghana paid for 34,000 metric tons of rice to address the impact of the dry spell. Remember, there was a dry spell. So, the government of Ghana, the Kufuor-led government of Ghana, spent some money to basically import some 31,000 metric tons of rice to address the impact of the dry spell. And out of the 34,000 metric tons of rice to address the situation, the Ministry of Food and Agriculture received and distributed 24,000. Please listen. 34,000 minus 24. 10,000 away for. We have paid for 34,000 metric tons of rice. Then you submit and distribute 24,000. Justice. So the 10,000 no. Ghana yankofa the 10 yankofa wenfa. Ekufuado. Up to date, this is 2026. This was in 2024, 2 years on. Up to today, the 10,000 metric tons remains unaccounted for, even though the entire quantity has been fully paid for. We have paid for 34,000 metric tons. You submit 24,000. Ask Afenyo Maken and the MPP cohorts in Parliament. ask them, where is the 10,000? Who was the Minister of Agriculture, Food and Agriculture? And yes, I can't know if you come as an offender. Dr. Free, you could Free Akoto say, and he must come and answer for this. A Free Akoto, he must come and answer for this. At a point, he wanted to be president. The audit revealed that the government of Ghana also contracted a company to supply 100,000 metric tons of maize. The Ministry of Food and Agriculture submitted stores, receipt, advice as evidence of delivery of the 100,000 metric tons of maize worth 771.2 million Ghana cedis to the Ministry of Finance for payment, but only 11,900 metric tons. Oh, Kofi, intimutimi ya densa. 100,000 metric tons of maize. Then you submit. We have paid for it too. Then you bring 11,900. 100,000. Now 100,000. Oye 11. Oye 12,000. When you take away 100,000, 100,000, 100,000. Oh. So do even 50,000. Then you do only 11,000. Just say it is your mind is chop. All you need is to just make money and go to the election and go out of the election. What is this? No, what is this? What is this? And people must go to jail. People must go to jail with this audit, special audit report. People must go to jail. We have given you, Public Accounts Committee, we have given you 3 weeks. I've been all say, we have given you people 3 weeks. This audited report must come to your attention as Public Accounts Committee, and 3 weeks after your findings, let the Speaker of Parliament tell the people of Ghana what Ghanaians and Parliament should make of this fraudulent, enemies of the state, cutting deals, robbing us of the rot in this society. And you know what? When they come to church, one over for the akasiye. When they go to funerals, one over ye funeral contributions akasiye. Tell you menim. Sem hunu. Say ye breaking 8 now. All these things wouldn't have come out. It's the same thing from 1992. If me, I support 4 years. Every government should go back 4 years. Let's keep changing them. 4 years, MPP come. 4 years, MPP go. NDC come. 4 years, CPP come. Let's keep changing them 4 years, 4 years, so that they will sit up. We pan over investigative way. We pan over investigative way. Because if the baton had not changed and Bawumia had won the 2024 election, we wouldn't have seen this. The audit revealed that it is worthy noting that the store's receipt advice was supported by a checklist that was certified by the internal auditor of the Ministry of Food and Agriculture. And this our internal auditor now certify this fraudulent thing. We have to fish him out. Those civil servants, clocks are phone saying, who knows what was striking? Those they want better service condition. You are striking deals like this. How can the government get money to pay you and give you better service? You are cutting deals like this. Wolves in sheep clothing. Wolves in sheep clothing. You cut deals like this. then you expect us to go and take money from where? Your nose, to come and pay you better conditions of service? You cut deals like this? Where do we get money to pay you better conditions of service? Listen, under the Farmer Food Relief and Recovery Program, a transportation company was contracted to transport 134,000 metric tons of maize and rice to farmers across the country at a contract sum of 115.2 million Ghana cedis. Even though the company transported only 35,000 metric tons, he is supposed to transfer or transport 134,000. Then he did 35,000 metric tons, which should have cost 30.9 million. The company was paid 50 million. Just say, oh, I'm a Ghana. We should have paid this company 30 million, but we paid 50 million because of chop. Somebody want to chop inside the money, 5%, 10%, 15%. Somebody want to chop inside. In addition to this payment, the company was given 1,311 metric tons of rice, equivalent to 14,622 bags of 50 kg rice, which amounts to 11.7 billion in lieu of cash for no work done. Look at this. This brings total payment to 61.7 million. Ejuman wanye ne de krono sika no bi ka no ho. Just me yam kra ya me ya. As if that wasn't enough. As a result, the Auditor General accordingly rejected an amount of 65.2 million Ghana cedis that was requested by the Ministry of Food and Agriculture as additional payment to be said transport company. Say, kawasandi additional money sambe onyankopon. Like we have money here, Ghana. We have money here, Papa. Unfounded teacher training arrears. Unfounded teacher training allowance. The Ministry of Education reported unpaid allowances totaling 160 million to teacher trainees under the Ghana Tertiary Education Commission, GTEC. When auditors engaged GTEC, the agency confirmed that as of December 2024, there were no outstanding arrears. Hey! Over 159 million Ghana cedis would have been lost but for this audit. Just say, maintain 159 million. When in boreholes a bit me too. When in near bit my your man. Listen, duplicated entries under the Education Ministry. Mr. Speaker, an amount of 6.1 million Ghana cedis appeared on the Ministry of Education's BTA schedule at the Controller and Accountant General's Department, even though the same funds had already been paid by a donor partner. So donor partner to Escano. Donor partner to Escano. And they have brought indications for us to pay that money. Such entries opened a door for double payment and exposed a dangerous pattern of weak oversight. You see how weak we are. You know, the one district, one factory, it was intended right. It was purpose so purposeful. We needed one district, one factory. Every district should have a factory. It was good. All these things I'm reading here, the intentions are good. But we have unscrupulous people who are there, who weigh in on our weaknesses. Right now, they say we should go and do re-registration of our SIM cards. So when there is chaos, when there is a chaos, violence or chaotic scenes and chaotic systems, like our meter, when there is chaos, the people are benefiting from the chaos. They create loot and they share it among themselves. So be any BND, and I'll better say, they create. The thing is not in existence. They are like God, creation. But this one is evil gods, smaller gods. Evil. Corruption is like mass murder. Corruption is like a classroom without textbooks. These people, they are robbing us off. Listen. Such entries, I've spoken about it already. Bank transfer advices without supporting document. They are requesting bank transfer without. Mr. Speaker, auditors identified BTAs totaling, oh my God, 293 million Ghana cedis. 293 million Ghana cedis for 6 ministry departments and agencies with no documentation. Bank transfers are no documentation. They are happy to let government pay some bank transfers. They don't have documentation to cover it. Mr. Speaker, auditors identified BTAs totaling, there were no contracts, no IPCs, and no record of any executed work. No work done, no documentation, no contract, no IPCs, no interim payment certificates, no record of work done. The breakdown of the unsupported BTAs are as follows. Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection. So tonight we are taking a good and a closer look at it. Ministry of Gender, 241.2 million Ghana cedis. Ministry of Roads and Highways, 26.3 million Ghana cedis. Judicial Service, Judicial Service, 18.2 million Ghana cedis. Ministry of Special Initiatives, 2.4 million, and Office of the Attorney General and Ministry of Justice, 782,262,000. Falsified stores, receipts, advices intended for misappropriation of public funds. Mr. Speaker, auditors uncovered sections worth 9.4 million Ghana cedis supported by forged stores, receipts, advices, SRAs that had been used to justify requests for payment for goods that were not delivered at the time. Ministry of Defense, please listen, 4.8 million Ghana cedis. A contract between the Ministry of Defense and a company for vehicles. Do you know Ministry of Defense? Soldier fool. A contract between the Ministry of Defense and a company for vehicles. Bring us vehicles intended for border surveillance and monitoring of the 2024 general elections revealed that despite the issuance of a store's receipt advice, SRA, an official document confirming that goods have been received, dated 12 October 2024, the vehicles were never delivered. Intercronfo discipline kwa institution be anye discipline kra na nye a soldier for. They have indicated with stores receipt that they have received the cars. Soldier for cars I dey be buying for 2024 election and surveillance, border surveillance. How can you be cruel like this? The rot. Similarly, the judicial service appeared to be caught in a web of falsified stores receipt advice. While an SRA dated 25th October 2024 claimed the receipt of 7 Toyota saloon cars. As soon as the audit was initiated, the supplier wrote to the judicial service on 10th April 2025 indicating their inability to supply the said vehicles as scheduled. But at the stores receipts advice, they have written that we have received the cars. Hey, Jesus. They have written that Ghana, we have received the cars. Me say, judiciary. This is the justice system. The amount of rot over there. The stores are saying they have received. When we started this audit, the government started this audit, the company, the supposed company contracted to buy the vehicles for this judicial service. They wrote that they are unable to provide the vehicles. But the judicial service, their stores, the stores, they have written that the cars have been received. Oh Lord. This shows that fraudulent documents were submitted to the Ministry of Finance for payments, and steps have been taken to avoid a reoccurrence. These cases illustrate a disturbing pattern of fraud designed to deprive the people of Ghana hundreds of millions of cedis of public funds at risk. Findings on claims. I said we are taking a closer look at these things. Listen. Recycling of already paid IPCs stroke invoices. What is IPCs? Interim what do you call? Payment certificates. That's what it is. Mr. Speaker, claims amounting to some 4.4 billion. Listen to the numbers. 4.4 billion Ghana cedis, which had already been paid between 2020 and 2024, were fraudulently resubmitted for payment. It was paid between 2020 and 2024. Then they have come back to us, government, that we should pay it again. These rescheduled claims originated from the following MDAs, ministries, departments, and agencies. Ministry of Roads and Highways. Just say, Aquine. Your chair candidate, we have paid the money already, but they have brought it back that we should pay it again. Ministry of Health. So Ministry of Roads and Highways, 3.6 billion Ghana cedis. Ministry of Health, 384.8 million. I want to say that again. Ministry of Health, 384.8 million Ghana cedis. Energy, Ministry of Energy, 216.7 million Ghana cedis. Ministry of Defense. Before Defense, Ministry of Food and Agriculture, 57 million Ghana cedis. Defense, 40.9 million Ghana cedis. Independent Power Producers, 36.4 million Ghana cedis. Ministry of Finance. Finance wankasa. They have paid the thing already, but they have brought that the thing back that we should pay again. The ministries that were involved in such acts. I'm mentioning the ministries, and the Ministry of Finance is part of this. Is part of it. 26.4 million Ghana cedis, and the Ministry of Interior, 3.1 million Ghana cedis. The speaker, but for our vigilance, Ghanaian taxpayer would have lost a colossal 4.4 billion in this recycled claims. Then they will recycle it. They will recycle it. Oh, bomb minor chrono. You are robbing us of the rot in this society. It's sickening. Like Ghana is sick. Ghana. You see their faces. NDC for what is you see their faces. Fine. As if they are not doing any bad thing. As if they are not doing any bad thing. I say aponcheni wa. Aponcheni owa. Any behu netenting. That is why I'm saying I wish we could even have middle, like they have in the UK or in US, midterm election. After 2 years, yento so about ujimia ye US in chain. Midterm election. Middle of your term. 2 years. We organize the national election. We pass vote of no confidence on you. You are not doing well, John Mahama. Go home. Bring another person. We have to be serious in this country. Listen. Told you, we are taking a closer look. Duplicated and overstated claims after the recycling one. Listen to the duplicated and overstated claims. The speaker, auditors identify duplicated and overstated claims by ministries and departments and agencies totaling 1.4 billion. We're duplicating adiano. Duplication. Adiano, we're duplicating. We're overstating. Or the biak kaka home. These MDAs include Ministry of Local Government, Akromfo, Chieftaincy and Religious. Share Asofo, baby Asofo and Ahemfo, Akromfo Ministry. Akromfo Ministry. Look at that. Local Government, Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs. Duplicated claims were to the tune of 408.31 million Ghana cedis. Akromfo. A woodifo mo sayo man mo bo man no mo manchiri ma wo ho nkeka won se obeye adwuma mo wo man Ghana se hunufo. Ministry of Local Government, Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs in sem hunufo. Ministry of Energy, duplicated claims were 386.71 million Ghana cedis. Energy what there me say energy wo chrono e course wo energy wo obia ba or the meter foforo ba tania obia ba or the EC chairperson of the Electoral Commission ban we call no ba no the new meters just say chrono quanti duplication, statement or overstated. Ministry of Energy. Oh my God. The National Service Scheme alone overstated allowance arrears. National Service for arrears. Allowance arrears in 334.5 million. 334.5 million Ghana cedis. National Service. A would default na BI. National Service for Akromfo etna BI. Share amount of wastage is arrears. No more you give this children pina 700, 800, once calculate 2,000. Same hunu nkwa na mudi na omenyi mu. Abrofo mo ya amamboyfo. Who show me name? Amamboyfo amogu Ghana ha. Political elite, you are wicked. No, I don't want to say some of you. You are all wicked. And on Friday, I'll show you why you are all wicked. Not some of you. You are all wicked. You don't have any fear of God in you. You are wolves in sheep clothing. Ministry of Roads and Highways duplicated claims of 125.65 million Ghana cedis. Ministry of Health duplicated claims amounted to 112.2 million Ghana cedis. And National Civic then NCC for most duplicate TB. Yes, as I not say. Hey! Oh, David. 8.8 million. Expired contracts recorded as fresh. Hey, you see how they mirror us. Expired contract, the contract expire. Then they will record it as fresh. Hey! People are wicked. People are just clever in stealing. Kokoska will via or boy and chrono, just as your Muhammad is seeing chrono. What boy and chrono? A catch of four was a suit. Now on the pen. What the pen, dear, what prayer? As in say, what did you have generous or all brought here? I'm telling you, what they are doing here, these are more than armed robbers. These people, they are more than armed robbers on the streets of Sokoto and Abidjan. They are more than armed robbers. They are robbing us. In the next 50 years, Ghana will be like this. We are 69 years. 69 years on, me, I'm dead and gone. What Ghana would we be leaving behind? Overstated claims. Mr. Speaker, according to the expired contracts recorded as fresh. Let me get to that part. Is the Ministry of Defense reported defense funds 77.7 million as outstanding claims for which IPCs and invoices were issued, although the contract had expired and deliveries were not made. So we are taking a closer look at this. Listen, the deliveries were not made. The thing has expired. It has expired. It has expired. Let me go to overstated claims. Mr. Speaker, according to the audit's confirmation, according to the auditors, confirmation responses received indicated an overstatement in claims by 161.98 million Ghana cedis. This emanated from Department of Urban Roads, 57.01 million. Ministry of Transport overstated. Ministry of Transport 39.92 million. Department of Feeder Roads Akronfo 22.46 million. Ministry of Food and Agriculture 20.08 million. Ghana Highways Authority 17.50 million, and Ministry of Foreign Affairs 2.68 million. Agenda 111. Agenda 111. Listen to the Agenda 111. Mr. Speaker, the audit of Agenda 111 project also revealed that a total amount of 7.9 million US dollars. This one is not in Ghana cedis. US dollars. 7.9 million US dollars was paid to 35 contractors as advance mobilization under the program Agenda 111. But these contractors have either failed to mobilize to the site, or the work done is not commensurate with the amount paid. $7.9 million You finish and you go to IMF to go and beg for $3 billion. The advanced mobilization guarantees secured by the 35 contractors were received. They were received. The US dollars is what I'm talking about. 7.9 US dollars. 7.9 million US dollars. And that's my last part. The Ajadawan one is my last part. The Auditor General has subsequently issued notices of surcharge to the offending contractors. Mr. Speaker, this audit has exposed a rotten system based on blah, 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 blah. So this is a critical look at the Auditor General's report on the arrears and payables for the year ending 2024. This is shameful. On that note, my name is Kofi Asante Mensah. Always a pleasure coming your way with Pulse of the Week. And this has been our editorial for today. I came your way today with a lot of news updates and ended the show with a closer look at the Auditor General's report on 2024 arrears and payables. And I have an editorial on Friday for you. Please take and stay. I'll be talking about the cost of political power, campaign funding, and the future of Ghana's democracy. That will be on Friday. In the meantime, I want to say a big thank you to all of you who watched us live, and those of you who will be watching us later on, wherever you are across this continent and across the world, this globe. Please share some few comments and always like our pages on social media, and there you have it on the screen right now. Please do share some few comments, like our pages, and share it with your friends and family, and express some few comments over there. We'll be so happy to read them over here. On behalf of my able team, I say a big thank you to Mr. Francis Entry, Kofi Berry we call him, and to our boss, Mr. Justice Kofi Kluche. Thank you very much, Operations Manager. My name is Kofi Asante Mensah. A big one to our operations and our Executive Secretary, and we thank you so much. Our HOO, thank you so much. And a special big good evening. It's a big good evening to our dear and beloved Makola Ruth. Makola, good evening to you, and a nice Wednesday evening to you. Thank you very much for watching us. Thank you. God willing, we'll meet on the same platform. Please keep praying for us, and we'll be happy to do this all over again. Ghana, we love Ghana so much. And it's Kofi Asante saying tatai to all of you. Thank you.